Coach Sharon said you guys have a kicker. Sounds like Dominic is impressing a little bit.
Yeah, he's done a great job. I mean, he's kicked a lot of long field goals this camp. He's been consistent from the short field goals, so he needs to continue to do it. Also, Adam Samaha has been doing a great job too. So both of those guys are competing at a high level. They've done a great job all camp.
What's Dominic's range, and has he been pretty consistent from long
Yeah,
range too?
yeah, he's been consistent from long range. I think he's 6 or 7 from 50 plus, which is nice. But he's got to continue to do it day in and day out. But he is really good right now, so we're looking forward to keeping him going.
Staying on that left side, Isaiah.
Last year, we saw a bit of both Tyler Morris and Samaj Morgan involved in the return game. Are they still working on that, and who else is working on that?
100%. Yep. Samaj is back there. Tyler's back there. They've both been doing a great job. Will's been back there. A lot of people have been back there. We're trying to gain depth in that role. You're going to use a lot of guys throughout the season. There's going to be injuries at some point during the season, so you're going to have a stable of returners back there. So we got a lot of people working. They've all caught the ball really well. They've all put a lot of work in this summer. They've all put a lot of work in this fall camp.
Last year, I remember Jim Harbaugh was saying, like, we're going to try Alex Orji back there. Are there any surprising types of guys like that?
There's going to be a lot of athletes back there. We're going to try to get the most explosive guy with the ball in his hands, and we're going to try to go score as much as we can, or get great field position for our offense.
More all the way left here, Aaron, and then Clayton.
Jay was always like praised for his job with special teams. Is there anything you picked up from him, behind the scenes?
With Jay Harbaugh? Oh yeah, he's like my brother, man. He's a great coach. Obviously, he's one of the younger guys in the NFL. So yeah, I took a lot from him. Just from his game planning standpoint, we work together hand in hand. A lot of it will be the same, but we just want to play fast as a special teams unit. We want to have great fundamentals, have great awareness of the ball, play with speed, both mentally and physically, and then play with a lot of trust, from player to player, coach to coach, and just continue to work through those things as we go.
And are you working with the safeties too?
Yeah, so I help Coach Morgan with anything that he needs, working on the defensive side as well, trying to make sure that, I'm giving that best help to Wink and the defense staff as possible.
Towards the middle there, Clayton.
Jay always seemed pleased with, how many guys wanted to play special teams, including starters. I guess.
No doubt.
Just talk about that culture here, where guys want to get involved with that phase of the game, and is that still the case?
100% still the case. We got a lot of guys like from Makari Page is a great safety, still wants to play special teams. So you guys will still see those guys out there. They all want to do it. And again, we have a lot of guys that are role players as well that are doing a great job. So that are not starters. So really pleased with the culture of the team and how they're handling it. A lot of it will still be the same. We'll have some new nuances, but again, they love playing teams here, and it's a great job for me.
Who are some of those role players? I guess like a Caden Colzar or Iman Dennis.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Joe Taylor's not in camp right now, but he's definitely been one of those guys for us throughout the year. A lot of the young guys are stepping up, like Chibi. He's done a great job this camp. Breon Ishmael's done a great job this camp. A lot of those guys that are wherever they are on the depth chart, don't know yet. We're still in day 7, but have showed up a lot in drill work and in some of the team stuff we've been doing.
All right, we'll go to the far right there, Reiner.
Yeah, you've been here obviously the last 3 years. I mean, over that period, it seems like the coaches and staff members have gotten into a lot more trouble or created negative headlines than, say, the players have. Why do you think that pattern exists, and how hard is that for the players to kind of digest?
The biggest thing, I think, is we try to recruit the best players we can, high character players, and obviously Coach Moore's done a great job of assembling the staff. Love everybody on the staff. I think, Coach Wink's awesome to work with. Coach Kirk Campbell's awesome to work with. The special teams room, I got my dad in there, so I think we got a lot of high character people in there. So it's going to be great. Team 145, I think.
We'll go to the left side here, Ryan.
Curious, what are your thoughts on the new NFL kickoff rules, and is that something you would want to see implemented at the college?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I've talked to a few guys about it already, kind of some of the things that they've drawn up, and it's going to be really cool. I mean, I think it just challenges you mentally. I think it also gives you a chance to get some more returns and more explosive plays within the special teams realm. Could it come down to college? I'll be excited if it does, and we'll take whatever challenge that we have. Right now, we'll just play on these rules, though.
Back to the right side, Alejandro.
Michigan moved pretty far away from the spread punt a few years ago, early in Jim Harbaugh's tenure. What, in your mind, are the benefits of the pro-style punt? Is that something you still plan to employ?
Yeah, so I mean we've ran both schemes since I've been here. Definitely pro style and a mix of shield and whatnot. We'll probably continue to do something like that. There will be different wrinkles and all that as we go though. But I do like it just from a coverage standpoint, and it helps us. Yep.
Right side, Angelique.
I was just curious, how do you select which guy will have the in-helmet communication?
Yeah, so that's there's 3 guys on each side of the ball. For us on special teams, it'll probably be the captain of the unit at that time. We might just go with signals. We're still debating on that right now.
And also, I know your dad coached, but you
Yeah.
played baseball.
I did.
I mean, do you borrow from baseball?
Yeah, 100%. So baseball's a game of failure, right? And it's a lot of like one pitch at a time mentality. Similar to special teams, right? There's no drives in it. It's just one play, then you're off the field. So again, my baseball background I think helps me here, just from a mental standpoint.
Back towards the middle there, Chris.
Kickoffs, is that an ongoing competition, and who's involved in it?
Yeah, so Tommy Dolman, Adam Samaha, Hudson Hollenbeck have all done a great job. I mean, we did kickoffs the other day. They all booted it. They all created great hang times. They all had really good control. Just excited to see how we move throughout camp with the rest of that.
If it's so close, how do you decide? When does it come down to?
Definitely experience will play a factor in that, and Tommy's been the guy. He was a full guy last year, but if we do need to take some off his plate, I think we got really good guys that are behind him as well.
Farther to your left here,
Yep.
Ryan.
As far as returners, you mentioned some big names like Tyler Morris, Will Johnson, stuff
Yep.
like that. How do you balance wanting to get an explosive guy back there, but also not wanting to risk injury to a key guy?
Yeah, no, I think you just got to play football, right? And then you play it at a high speed, and then I don't think you have to have that in the back of your mind. You just play as fast as you can, as hard as you can, as long as you can,
Got time for a few more for Coach Brown. We've got additional questions.
What's it been like working with your dad?
It's awesome. It's the best thing ever. There's been a lot of success here with sons and coaches, it seems like. So hopefully we just continue to add to that.
Do you boss him around?
Every now and then, but he's still in charge. Don't get it twisted.
Having been an analyst, what do you think of the rule change and having analysts?
I think it's awesome. I mean, being in that role last year, I couldn't coach. So, you could do a lot of the breakdowns and all that stuff behind the scenes. But I think it's awesome. I think it allows for more development as coaches and whatnot as we continue to move through this. But it's great.
Anything further? Clayton?
What safeties are standing out?
There's a lot of them. I mean, Makari's done a great job. Key's done a great job. Wes has done a great job. Magam's done a great job. I'm pretty excited about that group. I think they're going to continue to do a great job. Coach Lamar Morgan's been developing a great group there with my assistants, and it's been awesome.
Farther left here, Tom.
Yeah, I wanted to build on Reiner's question.
Yeah.
You spoke highly of the culture, but yesterday there was a report that came out saying that the culture within the Michigan football program, as it pertained to some of these violations, was to go right up to the line and cross it if necessary. I guess is that your interpretation of the culture?
Yeah, the culture to me is I think we follow every rule. For me, I know we're hand in hand with the compliance. I think we've done a great job of just making sure that we're doing everything we're supposed to be doing.
All right, stand on the left here, Ryan.
As far as the safeties, I mean, how do you think the depth has kind of breeded competition and maybe elevated the play of that unit as guys are fighting for only it?
No doubt. I think there's a lot of competition there. Just similar to the special teams room, there's a lot of players that are making a lot of good plays and big plays in practice right now. You just got to continue to do it, continue to learn the playbook more and more, and I think we'll have a pretty good rotation coming up this season.
Are you guys moving guys around and playing different positions in the secondary?
Yeah, that's we'll move them around just as the installs fit.